Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I am Anand Narasimhan. The state of Karnataka is in the midst of a serious financial crisis, grappling with a growing debt burden, limited resources and a strained economy. Yet, against this backdrop, the state's elected representatives, its MLAs, are making headlines for demanding more perks, including 30 to 40% salary hike, recliners for comfort and a club funded with 20 crore rupees. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah-led Business Advisory Committee has given its nod to hike of the salary of the state's legislators. The move is set to spark controversy, as and when the BJP-led government hiked MLA salaries back in February 2022, and there was little pushback from Congress or Janata Dal secular at that time. Currently, a Karnataka MLA receives a salary of approximately 1 lakh rupees per month, along with additional allowances and perks that push their total monthly earnings beyond 3 lakh rupees. The new hike is expected to further increase these earnings significantly. Not just this, Congress MLA Ashok Patan has sought 20 crore rupees for a legislators club, along with 15 recliners for MLAs to take power naps during the lunch hour.
The subject did figure in our meeting. Opinions were also expressed. We will bring legislation regarding revision of salary because it is long time it is not done.
Now, in the midst of Karnataka's severe financial crunch, a stark contrast has emerged between the demands of the state's lawmakers and the mounting dues that the government is struggling to clear. Karnataka's elected representatives have put forward a list of luxury demands, while civic bodies report growing unpaid bills for essential government infrastructure. Karnataka's MLAs are demanding a significant increase in their salaries, pushing for a 30 to 40% hike in contrast to the demands for higher pay, and the state's civic bodies have reported that there are pending dues for 100 government buildings, schools, hospitals and other public institutions that are among those affected by unpaid bills, leaving essential infrastructure in disrepair. Now, in addition to the salary hike, they are requesting 20 crore rupees for renovation and maintenance of their exclusive legislators club, while the civic body claims some of Karnataka's most iconic government buildings, including the Vidhana Soudha and the Raj Bhavan, are on the list of buildings with unpaid dues. Not stopping at monetary demands, Karnataka's MLAs are also asking for luxurious office furniture, including massage chairs and recliners. Meanwhile, the civic body in Bengaluru has claimed that some of the government departments have defaulted for 17 years, owing more than 100 crore in dues.
Giving facilities to MLA is my responsibility as a speaker. And recliner chair is not something like nothing luxury. It is a necessity. And you people should understand all MLAs not youngsters and not all are healthy also. So concerning the BJP, BJP people only leaders only told me, you don't pay it, put it in one place only, ruling party, put it in our opposition party also. There was a demand from them also.
ಸುಮಾರು 100 ಮೇಲ್ಪಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಬೃಹತ್ OTS ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀರೋ ಆಗಿ 1/3 ಅಮೌಂಟ್ಗೆನೆ.
Now, the row over the demands for luxurious perks by states MLAs has turned into a bitter exchange between the ruling Congress and the BJP. The BJP has condemned the Congress government for allowing MLAs to demand extravagant perks, labeling the request as a shameful splurge of taxpayer money. In defense, the Congress argues that recliners and other comfort-related perks are not luxuries but a necessity, as Congress claims that providing a comfortable working environment will ensure that MLAs can perform their duties more effectively. Now, sharpening the attack, the BJP has alleged that its party MLAs have never prioritized luxury items or extravagant perks. In a rebuttal, the Congress further justifies the demand for recliners by framing them as a tool to boost productivity. The BJP further accused the Karnataka government of wasting public funds on unnecessary luxuries as the state continues to face a massive fund crisis. In response, the Congress claims that the BJP is merely trying to politicize the issue to distract from the real problems.
See, BJP basically wasteful expenditure, anything wasteful, we are against it. Anything productive and constructive, we are for it.
It is an essential things. They also have to pay the tax. We have not given exemption for government bill for not paying the tax. They also have to pay the tax.
Electricity bill.
Because electricity bill, if it doesn't give back to the electric suppliers, we will have to pay 18% of the interest. That is the problem.
Now, the MLAs are enjoying comfortable VVIP treatment. Meanwhile, it's Aam Aadmi having to bear the brunt of it all. There seems to be no relief in sight either. Here's what the Congress debt fact file looks like. The Karnataka government is facing outstanding liabilities of nearly 22.7% of the state's GDP or 7.25 lakh crore. And it's not only about Karnataka. This seems to be the case in all Congress-ruled states. In Himachal Pradesh, the outstanding liabilities are at 44.2% of the state's GDP or 1.2 lakh crore. The net interest payment of 5,465 crore rupees is due. In Telangana, the outstanding liabilities are 27.8% of the state's GDP or 4.42 lakh crore, and the net interest payment amounts to 22,244 crore rupees. So what is happening is the big question. Is this entire election-driven Revdi politics, these guarantees, is it all coming a cropper? And are its elected MLAs walking the real talk in terms of austerity when the state itself is in penury, while they want their lap of luxury? Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP with us, Nikul Patel, leader of the Congress party with us, B.S. Arun, senior journalist with us. My namaste and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat everybody. B.S. Arun ji, now the Congress party is saying that even BJP MLAs are saying, why chairs only in your side? Put chairs on our side also. Outside they are saying, no, we practice austerity, we will never back something like this. What is going on, sir? And some of these dues are 17 years old. It's for 17 years. So multiple governments, both Congress and BJP, unpaid dues.
Yeah, see, only a few days back we had a program about guarantees are not being paid to the beneficiaries. So this comes, as a in Kannada we call it, Gayada mele uppu. It's a rubbing salt on the wound of the common people, like the MLAs, being given a luxurious treatment in the legislature, so that they need not go home but relax in the Vidhan Saudha itself. So, but of course the speaker has given his point of view. The thing is, when the state is facing financial crunch, even to give the guarantees. In the last 3 months, no guarantees have been paid, and the minister has said that they will be paying it from now on. So even the chief minister also joined the issue. So when such is the situation, and when the state is facing financial crunch, so why is all this? It may be a very small sum, but then why the everything is in the narrative. You are showing to the people that MLAs need luxury, whereas the common man may not. So that is the point. I think the point is not being driven home by the Congress government. It's not helping their party either, because it is not they're not showing to the people that they are austere government. They are driving the austerity in government spending. Recently, the government has said that the government employees would be paid, pay commission would be announced for the government employees. So even there, the additional burden would be there. And in addition to that, on various other issues like guarantees.
So in this case,
developmental works are getting hit.
Now, if there is 100 crore, dues that are paid, and somebody is saying, give me 20 crores to create a legislators club, should that 20 crore not go towards settling 1/5 of the dues, Nikul Patel? Where are the priorities?
See, when you talk of Karnataka, I think Karnataka government is taking due priority of its citizens and what they are voted for to come into power, replacing Bharatiya Janata Party. Because the administration during BJP rule was going pathetic and people want to change. And whatever promises that Karnataka Congress had made to the people of Karnataka had been fulfilled during the last 2 years of its rule, and nobody is coming here to complain that they are not receiving their benefits. Secondly, whatever Bharatiya Janata Party is claiming that these are the dues, and every government, even if you take a model state, which is where the Bharatiya Janata Party is banking on, that is Gujarat. I can give numerous examples of the Gujarat government and all these things, as I always used to give, because I belongs to Gujarat. So over here, when I'm talking of my government, I don't want to compare with anyone else, but I would like to say over here that whatever budget allocations had been made is duly fulfilled, and all the benefits that are promised are being given in due time. Where definitely there will be some delays of payments, but that doesn't mean that it is not going to be fulfilled. The claim that what Bharatiya Janata Party is making, I think they must think on it, and they have a right to oppose, but they must think on it before putting anything on paper.
Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda?
The present Congress dispensation is totally mired in the controversies. It is having lots of political slugfest and infighting and factionalism and spilling aspersions on one on each other between the two tall leaders of the Congress party. The word development and welfareism is totally kindled in their administration. They came to power. Unfortunately, they came to power with a full majority, promising 5 guarantees to the people of Karnataka. Now people are at the receiving end. They could not get any developmental programs implemented properly, and they could not get any welfareistic schemes implemented properly. The government is least bothered about the women's safety, performance issues, water issues, and whatever it is. But the development is totally chimeral in their administration. And they promised 5 the most unscientific guarantees. They could not really achieve the fiscal prudence. The government, as I've told, as you rightly mentioned, is in penury, in perpetual penury ever since they came to power. We could not really come above that penury line when we are suffering like this and keeping welfareism of the people aside, and they are talking about the luxury and perks and extra perks and privileges to the MLAs, and basically it is for their politics.
So are the BJP MLAs saying they don't want 30%, 40% salary increase? Are the BJP MLAs saying they don't want recliners in their party office?
See,
or are they voting and saying to the contrary?
If it is a hue and cry amongst the MLAs of a ruling party, if they are planning to implement it, our party MLAs will also get benefited. I am not denying this fact. The thing is, the very thinking of increasing the perks and privileges of MLA is totally not acceptable when the state is in penury, and we are facing lots of fiscal deficit, and our financial condition is so much fragile. It is totally unacceptable.
No, but are the BJP MLAs, the JDS MLAs, are they all coming out openly and saying we don't want this? Or are they quietly saying, I'm going to say no outside, but you please make sure it gets passed in the Vidhana Sabha?
Our party stand is, our NDA coalition party stand is, we don't want any kind of thing that will be very much perilous to the people of Karnataka. We don't want that. It doesn't mean that we are asking for it. If they are implementing, they will also get eventually benefited. It is their stance.
No, you're not asking for it, but you will not say no for it also. So you're not opposing it. You're not asking for it, but you're not opposing it.
We are opposing it. This is the discourse of today's debate. We are opposing it. We strictly condemn this. When we are suffering so much, our people are suffering so much, they have reposed so much faith in Congress tall leaders, and they voted them to power and believing their 5 unscientific guarantees. Now we are at the receiving end. People are at the receiving end. And we strictly condemn this.
State's debt is nearing 25% of its GSDP. Nikul Patel. Is that healthy for a state like Karnataka? Sir, I hope you realize Himachal is in deep trouble already. More than 5,000 crore rupees is only interest due. Karnataka, at least there is opportunity, and this is perhaps one state where you can turn things around, and if you are able to manage your finances, you create a model narrative for the entire country. Or is Mr. Siddaramaiah going one direction and the rest of the leadership going another direction?
So if you don't mind, can I give Gujarat model facts and figures? Recently, if you see the Gujarat government budget, it was around 3,70,000 crore. And if you see the revenue earned from where 25 rupees out of every 100, they are going to take a loan. Today, the debt on Gujarat is around 3,77,000 crore. And that is going to increase every year by every financial year. Now, when you say the same thing is happening with the Karnataka government, I think every government, when it wants to grow with an GDP of, with a growth rate of 8%, I think nearly about 30% of its income has to be invested into the capital budget that may lead to the overall development. Over here, if you see the last time budget, out of 3 lakh plus crore budget of Karnataka government, only 50,000 was allocated for this, whatever promises and policies which Congress government had given to the people. Rest is all being utilized for other purposes, which will lead to the overall growth of the state. So every government, so I'm just comparing it with Gujarat because at present day, Gujarat is the model state for entire country. So that is what the facts and figure of what Gujarat I want to give it to you and compare it to the Karnataka. Even any economic figure, if you see, that GDP to debt ratio.
What I am saying is you want Gujarat to continue to be the model state. Congress does not want Karnataka to overtake Gujarat and it become the model state.
Definitely.
Karnataka's dues today are 7 lakh crore rupees, sir.
Definitely.
And it is supposed to be a wealthier state compared to Gujarat. It's supposed to be generating far greater revenues. It's got a bigger budget than Gujarat. And you are busy comparing Gujarat. I am saying, don't you want to create...
I don't understand.
Nikul Patel, I am saying the Congress's narrative is what? We give you better economic policy. We give you better governance. We've got better ways of managing affairs compared to the BJP. So is this not the best opportunity to show that the Karnataka model of economics and the Congress model of economics is better than the Gujarat model and the Modi model of economics? Is this not the opportunity?
Definitely, it is going to be. It is going to be. That is what I am telling. That if you start comparing one to one, as you are comparing with the entire country, and you are telling that Karnataka government model is not good. I want to just correlate the factual data, and we are in the verge of best giving state government in the entire country. That is what I want to convey to you and the people of the Karnataka as well as the country. And we are basically giving the Karnataka model, and that is what is implemented everywhere.
Sir, how is this that the net interest payment is 33,828 crore, outstanding liabilities is 7.25 lakh crore? How is this the ideal form of governance and government? And when you know that your local Bengaluru municipality itself is saying 100 crore dues and a Congress legislator comes and says build a 20 crore legislator club, then aren't the priorities misplaced?
See, no priorities are misplaced. If you take any government budget, definitely every financial year, you also know that every state legislature comes and submit their proposal, and based on that, the government used to plan the entire financial year budget for the next financial year. And that is what is happening. Definitely the facts and figures that you are reflecting may be alarming, but that doesn't mean that every state government in the entire country is running in the good health. But to implement and to give people returns, and that is what is the priority of the government.
No, but where are you doing? How are you going to do that with this? Sir, your 3 states that are governed by the Congress today, Telangana, more than 25%, more than 1/4 of your state's GSDP is under debt. So that number is 27.8%, so nearly 28%. Himachal Pradesh, it is 44%, sir, fast climbing. So nearly half of the state GSDP is under debt, sir. That's your liability. Outstanding liabilities are up to 44% in Himachal. And Karnataka is fast going up to 25%. It's 23% already. B.S. Arun, agree, disagree with Mr. Nikul Patel?
Well, certainly not. The figures are certainly alarming. I don't know about the BJP ruled states, but as far as the states that, for the figures that you had shown, for the Congress states, certainly Karnataka and other states, it's quite alarming. In fact, this is the opportunity for the Congress-ruled Karnataka government to show that, we are with the people, give more pro-people programs and, pump in money for these programs. And as well as for the guarantees, since you have given the promise, fulfill it and ensure that in no month that there will be, paucity of funds for these programs. At the same time, Anand, I would like to just bring to your notice, even the BJP ruled states are not, apart from this. You may be knowing that in December last year, the BJP ruled Odisha government in the state assembly, irrespective of the party lines, every MLA demanded that the committee, the legislature committee, which took the decision to increase the salaries of all the legislators, they wanted the implementation of that. I'm not sure what happened after that, whether the government implemented that or not. But then, it's across the party lines. The best thing for the BJP, as you asked the BJP spokesperson, is to say that, look, this is Congress government has done it, but we don't want additional burden on the people, on the taxpayers. So we are not going to take this. That would be the best thing for the BJP to show to the people
How is that possible,
we are
sir?
with the government and expose the government.
How is that possible, sir? Their own MLAs are looking across and saying, hey, you are getting recliner, you put here also. That's what they are saying.
That's the double standard of the BJP legislators.
Sir, and how will, if somebody is getting 40% hike, why will they say, no, I don't want 40% hike?
No, if they say that, no, they keep saying that they are pro-people and criticizing the state government. And let them also show that we are with the people.
Point is, sir, if this has to be approved and passed in the Vidhana Sabha, it has to have majority support, right? It has to have.
Yes, you oppose it on the floor of the house.
Yeah. So
what stops you?
So
That's
yes,
the thing.
let Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda
Ultimately, Anand, everybody wants this, hike.
Nobody. See, all MLAs and MPs will always say yes to their own increase in their own hike and their own privileges because it's coming from the public exchequer, even if the public has got nothing and if there are dues for even the Sarkari offices. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda.
As Mr. Arun sir has rightly pointed out, in Orissa government there was also a proposal. In contrast to the Karnataka government and its economy, Orissa government doesn't have a fragile economy. Their economy is still resilient. They had a fiscal space to cater to the needs of the thing that is raised. But whereas in Karnataka, they're already suffering from the credit crunch and they're busy diverting the funds even allocated for SC/ST people. That is 25% of the funds allocated for SC/ST upliftment. They've also diverted for implementing the schemes. They are suffering like this. At this juncture, any initiative of the Congress government to consider to increase perks and privileges is simply not acceptable. When the economy is doing well and the economy is so much resilient that it has some fiscal space to accommodate all their hues and cries and demands, I think it is necessary to implement.
Or is it the BJP strategy, blame it on the Congress but get it done? So that it continues. It continues if tomorrow government changes. Oh, what do we do? We have to continue with it because the Congress implemented it. We can't tell the MLAs to take back or roll back the 40% hike. See, this is what I'm saying. Where is the focus? Did the BJP government work towards reducing the dues? Because some of these dues are more than 17 years pending. So when the BJP government was in place, what did you do to improve the financial health or to clear outstanding liabilities?
I agree that the fiscal health wasn't so much good even during our tenure. But the thing is, we were not diverting so much money allocated for other developmental and upliftment purposes for implementing freebie schemes, for implementing guarantee schemes. We didn't have any concept like that. But whereas the Congress government to come to the power, they have introduced 5 guarantees and they are compelled to implement that. They could not do it because that is totally ill thought out things and totally unscientific. They could not really mobilize the funds. As a result of which, it's completely fiasco on part of the Congress dispensation, and we are here to opposing it and condemning it.
Nikul Patel, a viewer, has just said that how come they have 3 lakh rupee earning but they spend nearly 15 to 20 crores on elections. So, and then they say that the ACB is supposed to be under the Chief Minister. If the ACB starts doing its work, then Karnataka will find enough funds to clear most of its dues within 15 days. That's what they are saying.
Okay, fine. I think if people are feeling that the ACB should start doing its work, then I think every government should give freedom to the ACB. And if it is true, then ACB will bring so much of money to the public.
It's under the Chief Minister. Thing is, it's got to be non-partisan. No, it's got to be bipartisan. Everybody has to. Everybody is. If you are able to collect, ill-gotten wealth or undeclared wealth, they say that Karnataka is a rich state, and the viewer is saying there is a lot of money all around. It's just not declared, and it's the public's money which has been stored away, hoarded away somewhere else.
I think, one argument. If ACB is under Chief Minister, then Income Tax Department is definitely under the central government, and that leads under the purview of that. So I think if income tax of central government will start asking, then the
Sir,
real things
cash
will
caught by Karnataka ACB stays with Karnataka. Cash caught by income tax department goes to the center's fund. You decide. Karnataka is the one that needs money. Center is generating revenues and its own. So is the Congress
Nahi.
party saying, no, let the center do its job, we won't do it?
Maybe
Sir,
if the claim that
it's just
if
you
claim is there,
see the
then,
smiles on our faces very clearly suggest that we all know that a lot of these MLAs who are demanding these luxuries have got a lot of luxury by default. There may be those who may not have it, but at least catch those who are sitting on pounds and tons and tons of wealth which is undeclared, which is perhaps ill-gotten, which also perhaps belongs to the public. And if the ACB starts doing its job, there will be certain amounts of money to clear some dues and perhaps build some legislator clubs.
to me,
Yes, Nikul Patel. Sarkar to aapki hai Karnataka.
see, every agency is independent. The first thing I would like to be very clear and honest, because we know the constitution and all constitutional bodies. They are independent to work, and if the officer who is in the executive wing, if he feels that he has to start working, then definitely nobody is stopping him. And whether it is a state government or a central government, I don't want to comment on the part of it, but if
Sir,
somebody
the
is
ACB,
having
I'm
wealth-
just saying the ACB reports to Mr. Siddaramaiah. Mr. Siddaramaiah knows that there is funds lying with a lot of people which has ill-gotten wealth, which can help the Karnataka state exchequer shore up and also perhaps allow Bengaluru civic overdues to be paid. So, why doesn't that happen is the question a viewer is asking. Is that a fair question, B.S. Arun?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, it's a fair question. Why not? Any citizen can ask a question to the government. Definitely, we appreciate.
I'm asking B.S. Arun, Mr. B.
Okay.
Cutting across party lines, there will be a lot of people who can shore up some of Karnataka's burden by coughing up a few, a percentage, not even saying all of it, percentage of their stored wealth.
Yeah, why not? But it's a tragedy that such things won't happen. In fact, the powers that were under Lokaयुक्त earlier, were cut down.
Yes.
And the same powers were transferred to the to this ACB, Anti-Corruption Bureau, and brought under the Chief Minister. So that shows this happened during the last tenure of Mr. Siddaramaiah, and that shows the actual purpose behind that. And now even the Lokaयुक्त police have given clean chit to Siddaramaiah in the Muda issue also.
Yeah,
so
clearly.
There are many things that are said
So the
and
Chief
unsaid.
Minister's wife got that land because of the ill-gotten misdemeanor and actions of the Mysuru commissioner, and there was nobody who indicated anything. Very similar to instances that have happened in Delhi, where the Chief Minister was present in the room but never the signatory to anything, and everything happened because of other people who were involved with respect to the excise duty scam. So these are things which are happening right under the very nose of the Chief Minister, and the people of Karnataka are watching. And at some point, the people of Karnataka will turn around and ask, saying, I can only tolerate this much, and beyond this is a no. And that will be a rejection. The larger point is Karnataka is a rich state. Karnataka has got technological wealth, economic wealth, mineral wealth, agricultural wealth, a lot of it. But this is nothing but gross mismanagement. This is the best chance the Congress party has to show that its model of governance works. And they seem to be failing at that. I think that's the larger message that the Congress leadership needs to sit up and take notice and say, start managing things properly, because this is our perhaps electoral ticket to cognition to challenge the Modi-nomics or the Modi model of governance. That's where I'm going to park this. Thank you very much to our panelists. We're going to take a very short break here on The Right Stand. When we come back, it's a big story, an exclusive news break on how there is a concerted effort to defame, demean, attack, hurt, and delegitimize His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And there is a Chinese Communist Party angle to this, a CCP, PLA angle to this. Stay with us.